Now, today in cartoon breaking news, the highlights of this channel, Devil Dinosaur and Moon Girl has a banned episode because of the election. We talk about that later on. The second highlight, we have another lost media that called Cartoon Short Program, where we promise reunite Cartoon Network on streaming service and shows, but they decided the last minute to cancel it and remove every single short. Even that, every single episode has been done, but they can't not even sell it. We talk about that later on. And the third highlight is Hulu and Fox made a deal $1.5 billion exclusively having every single anime series, adult series from Fox Entertainment, and also so much more in cartoon breaking news. Of course, this is the first time on my channel. My name is Retro. I like to talk about animation, not just animation, to reviews, first impressions, cartoon theories, and sometimes, if I have some spare time, cartoon breaking news. Of course, you like how it's going, you like to help my channel, put a like, comment, and subscribe. That's all you need to do. One of them just helps a lot of this channel. If not, that's cool. If you do, thank you. Because of you, I'm getting close to my main goal of 2,000 subscribers. And yes, I'm getting close every single day because the people put like, comment, and share. Thank you. Now let's start with the first news of the day. Now, our first news of the day is from Toon High posting on the Twitter/X, posting something kind of fun. This is a sponge out of water reanimated project has been launched. Application is still open for DM from Express Your Face if you want to join. It's basically, it kind of reanimated the sequel movie of SpongeBob, but it sort of is open to whoever wants to do it. If you don't know what is sort of reanimated, it's sort of a fun project to anyone who does know how to do animation. Basically, if you join, they give you about 2 minutes to animate whatever art style you have to put it in the sort of remade animated project. Basically, they can reanimate the whole film, use the same sounds, voice acting, and everything, but just using your style for that section. That section itself, you'll be talking about maybe 10,000 or 100 directors doing 2 minutes each. Depends how length the movie is, how long you have to actually remake it during Pacific time. But it's a sort of a fun project because it's sort of very trippy, very over the top, very, I'm trying to see what next art style can blow me or not blow me away, because it is a fun watch. And that's all it really is. It's sort of a fun sort of workout mentally and your art style also, if you're actually interested of this project, because it's not for everyone, because it's sort of hard to do if you don't yet fully realize what you can do with the animated style. It also, the reanimated is sort of always trippy. It's always very amusing to see what kind of art style come up next, because it's almost unpredictable, because you don't know what you can come up next. Believe me, it is a trip, especially you have a friends around you just rewatching this sort of weird experiment, you can say. But all of that, it's up to you if you want to join. You just be aware this is a thing and it is coming if you want to join. Now let's talk about the next cartoon news of the day. Now, our next animation news is from Kazuka, posting of the first kind of tweet on their Twitter/X account, saying this is the first post and trailer of The Bad Guys 2 coming in theaters in summer 2025, be directed by Pierre Artstel and directed by the same DreamWorks director of A.J. Steins. If you like their style, the first one, you will like the second one. And the poster looks pretty badass. I have to admit, it's one of those posters really grabs your attention of this sort of style of The Bad Guys 2. You just have Wolf walking in the desert, him just being nonchalant walking, but just give you that sort of distinct poster that, oh, I want this. This one should be in my collection. But all of that, how is the trailer? Honestly, something plus besides the trailer. The trailer was sort of leaked a few days ago in a way, and everybody's just freaking out, cutting and pasting online, specifically on Twitter. But if I'm correct, the original leakage of the trailer was on TikTok and sort of dragged all the information from Twitter after that. After that, it just sort of spread around all different websites that decided to drop the full trailer. But other than that, the trailer looks pretty good. Same art star, same director. But on top of all this, it's sort of interesting that Wolf will push back into the sort of organized crime because of the bad girls who wants his talents to help him have a bigger heist. But sort of pointing out when the bad guys turn good guys, not really feeling being good. In fact, I love the sort of sneak peeks how the bad guys or Mr. Wolf sort of struggling to get a job. That itself is just so relatable, but at the same time, kind of funny because Mr. Wolf trying to get a job in the bank who he actually robbed 3 times. That itself is sort of hilarious because Mr. Wolf sort of forgot he robbed the bank, that specific bank 3 times, and he was applying into it. You can see him sort of hard to re-get a job. You also see how he decided to maybe join, even that was sort of forced. But all of that, the trailer, even the new characters are just tight. This whole trailer just screams. Especially a lot of people were a little disappointed because they believe Mr. Wook and Snake would serve a couple, but the trailer shows no, Mr. Snake has a girlfriend who is a crow who are kissing, but it's more like the meme of you seeing around Twitter. That 2 characters just kissing, but they actually almost eating each other, and that's sort of the focus of the joke. You're just wondering, okay, are they kissing or are they eating each other? That's the main question of this movie, because this is sort of almost cursed, but I like it. That's sort of hilarious, sort of uncomfortable, 2 couples kissing around you, just like, can you guys get a room kind of feeling. That's perfect for me. I don't know you, it's pretty trippy. I don't know you, how you felt the trailer. You liked the poster, you liked what you're trying to show, and are you hype? Tell me down below, let me know. Now let's talk about the next cartoon news of the day. Now, our next news is from Mega Mogul Marie. It's a very trusted website that anytime they do out anything, information about anime or manga, I do pay attention because they post something today very odd and interesting that I had to reread twice to make sure they actually get the information correct, because the creator of City Hunter, he decided to remake a anime called Cat Eyes. A new official anime will be sort of released in airing 2025. They don't have specific month or day, but they should be released on 2025. But this is the kicker that grabbed my attention. This is sort of Disney Plus exclusive. Will be aired during the same time, delivered by Disney Plus, and that's just sort of kind of weird. Of course, besides that, this anime is actually follows 3 girls who actually run a cafe by day, by night they're actually thieves, and that's sort of the pitch of the anime. But at the same time, this is the creator of City Hunter. He's basically old-fashioned style of anime. So sort of surprised he decided to make this sort of new anime, but I'm not sure this is sort of a prequel series or a spin-off or a new idea from him, but this feels very old anime style from the 90s or 80s. So yeah, this very intrigues me. I don't know if this be any good, but 100% sure will not blow up because it's on Disney Plus, and Disney Plus does not promote its anime. I don't know why it does that. Even that, every time they have a good exclusive, somehow, some way, they major screw up and never promote it. If they do, they sort of strip it down when they make it great, and that's the issue. However they do it, they always fumble the ball every single time. And this one, hopefully not. Hopefully this new anime could be a hit, especially if you're a fan of City Hunter. If you don't know what City Hunter is, it's basically a detective who live in basically Japan. But he usually does this kind of very high stakes risk reward sort of detective type of work. It's one of those most very popular anime characters naming in Japan in I think 70s or 80s or something like that. I don't remember which set time period it came out, but it's one of those animes is so popular. But once again, it kind of got screwed over the mistranslation, never promoting right, misselling the properly till right now. Start recent City Hunter getting back in track, especially if you're not seeing the City Hunter movie live action version from Netflix. That is very, very good. If you want to know what City Hunter is, watch that that live action movie. That is very good. Ironically, it's the first time they adapted to live action in Japan. They have adapted several times, but never the Japanese. Only a French version, a Chinese version, or a completely different version, but set for not Japanese. And that's sort of the weird, strange handling of City Hunter sort of IP. That's what I mean. It's just sort of weird. But other than that, how you felt about this? Are you excited of this new IP from the creator of City Hunter or not? Tell me down below. Let me know. Let's talk about the next news of the day. Now, our next cartoon news is from again Cartoon Empire, posting something interesting. A fact, not just Cartoon Empire, every single news outlet, specifically Hollywood news or entertainment news, is also posting this because this one shook the animated industry because Paramount Henry is the voice actress of Millhouse and Jimbo, and she's now retiring from The Simpsons after 35 years doing the show. In fact, this Sunday, the last episode, she will actually voice the last few characters of The Simpsons. And this is her quote: "I would be an honor and enjoy to working with my fellow friends and writers and voice actors doing this show for many, many years." And that's sort of her quote. And this is sort of surprise because this is what people are starting to talk about, specifically animation fans and Simpsons fans, because this is sort of another hit from The Simpsons showing if this is the end. And this is sort of a conversation is coming up every single year because this be the third thing that people have noticed of The Simpsons after the voice actor dies, then another sort of pretend ending, and etc. People are asking, should The Simpsons finally end? And some fans don't want it to end. Some fans want them to just continue on, and that's sort of understandable. But yet, all the voice actors are hitting their 60s and 70s, and also showing they cannot do the voice anymore, some specific characters. And this is the conversation the fandom actually is talking about. Should we let The Simpsons finally end and rest? On top of all this, Disney not yet renewed The Simpsons, because usually when they renew The Simpsons, it's sort of ahead of time. Usually give 2 years in advance notice. And right now, they haven't. And this is the thing. The conversation still goes on. If The Simpsons probably would cancel or not cancel, this is the final season. Nobody really sure what this actually mean. This is the question that people are sort of scared to actually answer. In fact, as a fan of The Simpsons, I kind of want them to end because, let's face it, the quality control being over the place and just feel like a dead series. I feel the show should end a long time ago, but they chose not to because it makes so much money. On top of this, even they're making the money, they also are struggling to actually pay the voice actors, because each voice actor get paid almost close to $1 million or $2 million per performance per year, in other words. So they're making a lot of money, but you have to realize it. You pay about me $10 million or $15 million per season. In other words, you're making $1 million per episode, and you're paying your voice actors around $2 to $1 million. And plus, you forget you're also promoting it. You probably selling this to another $15 million, totally making a total $30 million down the drain, trying to make this series go. Even that the merch it's not making that much money because you're spending so much money in the commercials and also paying the voice actor. Everything sort of just adds up. And that's the thing a lot of people are questioning. Does this still have money potential left? Even that you paying so much the voice actors. Even that the voice actor quite literally not once, twice actually made a deal with the company to cut off they pay half so that the show keep moving forward because they are making a lot of money off this. In other words, they actually pay more the voice actors than the animators or the money you give out to make the show. So you see what I mean? This is sort of a very cluster kind of mess that's sort of hard to handle, and that question keep coming up for obvious reasons because you have so many issues coming from each single direction, from money costs, quality cost, the merch cost, if this is any worth it anymore, especially how the voice actors are retiring or dying left from right. So yeah, it's up to you how you felt about this. You feel this is a good thing, a bad thing, or just let it retire? Tell me down below how you felt about this. Now let's talk about the next cartoon news of the day. Our next news is from Toon Hive, posting the first poster, also showing the trailer of Dream production from Disney Plus. The show will come out on December 11th. This series is from the It's Now spin-off series of the section of the dreams of the world Inside Out. And this, if you've not seen the trailer or what this is, it's basically we follow the crew members who makes dreams for Riley, if I remember the character name. So they have like a nightmare or dream or just sort of a imagination. It could come from this group. But of course, I have to say, the poster, not just me, like a lot of people are sort of questioning how they get away taking sort of designs or the art style of the studio from Paramount, because the background showed the studio and how the studio is built, or how it showed the intro is basically Paramount sort of studio. So people are sort of confused. Are you stealing, borrowing, or you bought some of the rights just to show this sort of art style? And also, top of this, people believe this spin-off was sort of maybe canceled till they showed the trailer. It wasn't. Especially, you hear all the rumors that they actually remade or re-give the budget, in other words, of this project, because it was held multiple times because it's not coming out exactly how Pixar wanted it or even Disney wanted it. So they probably fixed the problem, but it was sort of delayed again. This is what I mean. Nobody's sure this can come out, but it seems it is. It seems pretty good. It seems very positively good. But once again, the only problem is DreamWorks, not DreamWorks, Pixar has that sort of problem. They do not know how to make a good TV series. They sort of struggle. Like the last one of Monsters Incorporated, that one was good, but it's not amazing. It wasn't like Pixar quality. And this one seems the same thing. It's a good idea. It just feel they just don't know what to handle. But the trailer does seem promising. But some people do believe why this exists. It's sort of obvious because Disney Plus is sort of desperate. They need more shows on the Disney platform of the Disney Plus, and this sort of the solution for them. But other than that, I'm not fully excited. I feel this could be promising. I don't know. Did the trailer convince you, especially how you feel how the producer acts around the creators, how they trying to make a show? It feels very intimate. It's like people who did work in the industry, because it is from the people who did work in the industry, but it's sort of a metaphor of dreams. But other than that, does the trailer convince you, or you gotta watch it on your Disney Plus account? Tell me down below. Let me know. Honestly, I don't know I'm gonna watch it or not, but I probably watched the first episode just to get out of my own curiosity. I don't know I'm gonna do a review, but I am gonna watch to see if this is any good. Now let's talk about the next cartoon news of the day. Now, our next news is from the Twitter/X, Gender Entertainment. If you heard of that name, it's because it's the same people who made the mobile game of Heroes United from DC. This is sort of a app game that when you play, but you force what the story could be, who survives, who dies of all the heroes of DC. Of these choices, they will upload the video on the DC YouTube channel to see each single episode, each single choice every single Wednesday. In fact, when I watched this the first time, I did not know this was sort of a mobile game. I just found this on the DC channel on YouTube. I was very confused. I didn't know what to do or say about this, so I ignored it till I found the channel. It kind of understood what they're trying to do. It's basically when you play, you have to make select choices, but the people who make the exact choice affect the story of the game and which character what happens next. And that's basically it. Of course, every single Wednesday, they drop that specific choices on Wednesday of that episode, whatever the whole fandom chose. It's not a very good animated series because the graphics or the animation style, it's just very maybe early 2000s sort of click and make your own choice sort of style. I think it's the best way to describe it. It's very weird out there, but I can see why people are very into it because once again, you make the choices whatever event happens, and that's your choice. That's what people liked, and that's just sort of a very interesting sort of experiment. Yeah, I was surprised this was sort of official DC animated project. It's something I have not heard of till right now. It's sort of weird, but once more, go try it. Maybe you like it, maybe not. I didn't like it, but it's there for an option if you actually want to invest into it, or at least watch one of the episode in the DC YouTube channel because they dropped the first episode, and the second episode will be on Wednesday. Every single Wednesday after that, every single choice they made. All of that, you actually heard of it. I got nothing else to say. Now let's talk about the next cartoon news of the day. Now, another one for Mega Moga Marie is basically just a sort of website about manga and anime, but they post something very interesting. The new anime exclusive from Disney Plus, directed by the Kachisu Kaiser, director of that anime. This is will come out airing 2025, and that is sort of surprised because this is sort of what the second anime I talked about that the Disney actually have exclusive. Now we have two. This one is actually from director of the Kyusu Kaisen. I know I butchered that. I'm so sorry, but to me the art looks pretty good. Of course, the naming convention is sort of weird, bullet, but yeah, that's fine. Especially comes to the same director who directed from Kukusu Kaisen. That could be a very promising, or at least visual treat from the eyes. Story-wise, I don't know. This is a director. I don't know if he's actually good enough to write anything. So we're about to find out. At least we know this racing anime will look badass, fun, maybe a little bit dumb, but it seems promising, especially how Disney is sort of doubling down of anime, even that they want the anime scene, but the only problem is they just don't promote it enough. If they do, they barely try. I mean, they had a couple animes before, good ones, good exclusives, and they just botched it and several times. So who knows? Maybe this is the lucky one. This is the one they actually know how to promote it the right way. They learn some lessons, but this is Disney. They never do. So cross your fingers, at least it'd be good. I call classic because it's Disney. Now let's talk about the next cartoon news of the day. Now this news comes from Twitter/X, specifically DTTVA news. It's basically exclusive news for Disney for fans, but they're legit. Every news they get is actually pretty good. Specifically this news that's sort of surprising because Fox Entertainment made a major deal with Hulu with $1.5 billion of the exclusive of Fox Entertainment Animation. Completely like The Simpsons, Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, The Great North are now airing on Fox networks, but they don't give much detail what this actually truly means. I'm guessing they are actually getting every single adult animated series and maybe small chance moving it to Hulu. Honestly, I don't know. Could be possible, but yet this is very interesting. That means that Hulu has every single Fox animated cartoons under their belt. Basically, every single idea or they actually have shows can have a small chance to be renewed. So yeah, if you like a specific animated series that got canceled by Fox, there is a small chance they get another season because of Hulu. Because Hulu is still figuring out how to make adult cartoons work with their streaming show, and yet they are actually advancing pretty fast, I have to say. Of course, some of you are wondering why Hulu has to make a deal by Fox, even that both networks owned by Disney. Is because each single company runs by itself. They have a sort of quarterly deal they have to meet. They have to get us, let's say, for 30 billion each company have to earn. Sometimes to get their money back, they make deals with each other to make that quarterly earn. They could be, look, we are important, we are useful, and this is sort of one of the tricks they do to actually boost their sales to make sure they are worth the bestly bought. They so do not get fired or anything like that. This is maybe a good news. Honestly, I don't know, or who knows. Maybe there's a reason why that Fox is sort of testing out Hulu, how much it does with basically the biggest hitter, Family Guy, on their website, because they want to know the fans will follow them or not. And see, to me, maybe yes, because this news was sort of kind of leaked by accident. This is the reason why we don't know that much information. So why this deal actually happened. But we do know this means probably none of the shows you think will be cancelled, like Croptopolis, could be saved for another season to see what people react, and also allow the animators to be more free when they actually want to do, because TV is still very restricted. Streaming services are more free to do whatever they want. So this means probably a good deal. Maybe it depends how Hulu will handle this, because they still don't officially own the rights, but they can actually influence whatever Fox needs to do with this anime series to fit their criteria. In other words, give us one extra 5 minutes of each single episode, so put it exclusive on Hulu or on air version or unedited version of their version. They can easily do that if they chose to. You see what I mean? How this deal is very beneficial with Fox and also Hulu. The extra incentive can actually boost fans to go to watching Hulu just to see what is the difference of Fox and Hulu sort of regulation of that specific IP. But once more, it's all up to you how you think this was a good idea or bad idea, or you just gotta wait to see what happens next. Because honestly, I don't know what's gonna happen. They're gonna officially sell everything, or this is just a 10-year sort of deal. Later on, they give the rest of the shows to Fox, because some of the shows from Fox is earned by Comedy Central and Adult Swim, but only a small handful. So I'm guessing they're ready to end that to pick it up and put it on basically Hulu. So you get the idea how this news can change a lot of things, can change the fandom of each single IP, like King of the Hill that is coming soon to Hulu. Now, we don't know what's gonna happen next. Just cross your fingers that this is a good thing. Hopefully, we just don't know. We have to wait and see. Now let's talk about the next news of the day. Now, another one for Mega Mogul Marie. They're posting something very interesting. They're now saying they're now adapting a sort of manga called The Downward incident. And that one incident is basically sort of a human and a half human, half ape who sort of dragged this sort of terrorist to be their sort of emblem, their sort of image of justice. And this guy doesn't want to do nothing like that, but he's sort of dragged by United States and also Japan because he's sort of a hybrid, a new type of animal. And you can see the drama and also the ideologies of this two different factions, and that's sort of the pitch of this new anime. But this is based on a manga, but I never really read it, so I semi heard it. I heard about the idea, but I never was interested in just investigating it. But because this has become an anime and also a thriller, a sort of a basically talking point about being unfair or different races, this could be very interesting and fun, especially this is anime, especially this is the same director who did JoJo Bizarre Adventure. So yeah, expect crazy stupid stuff happening in this anime. I don't know if the manga is any good or anything better, but it seems kind of fun because anything with this director does something crazy, but something that you heard before, they come up with some sort of fun twist. So yeah, I am very excited. In fact, you heard this, the downward incident. You are interested or not? Given that the manga, if I remember right, it's not that old. It have at least a year making the manga, so I'm guessing they have enough for me one season just to promote it. And so if you are hooked, you could actually force yourself to read the manga to see what happens next. That usually the tactic. This is the reason why the anime industry is a love with the manga, is because they get more free material and promote the manga, and if the manga exploded, they can make more of it, just have to wait a little bit more time to adapt the rest. It's sort of this sort of very weird relationship. The other one used the other one to promote whatever thing they have, but it's a very interesting and flawed sort of relationship, because let's face it, if the anime fails, we don't get a season 2. Just that season, and you're always wishing they have a season 2. But other than that, how are you feeling? Do you like it? Do you hate it? You heard of this? Because you could see the manga, they once in a while you do see online people semi talking about it because it is popular enough to make videos, so you get the idea. This could be a hit, we just don't know. We about to find out how this will be executed in the near future. Now let's talk about the next cartoon news of the day. Now this is another one for Lost Media, and the first time they actually has something, a news currently. That's basically Demon Dinosaur and Moon Girl lost episode that was sort of trending on Twitter and many different faces. Is because of the election who actually won, because they thought, well, because of this they're not allowed to show this episode, so they decided to basically hold it and keep in the vote. We probably would never see it. This became the first episode lost from Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, and that's what we sort of was promoting in the Lost Media account. Not just that, many others. In fact, a couple of days later, another person reappeared and posted the full episode on YouTube. Will not be Lost Media anymore. The reason why they shelved it is because they sort of cover LGBT sort of character in that episode. Even that, the show always did cover diversity and also gay community members, and the episode follows one specific gay character who is basically trans. He is, or she is, technically, forgive me, my words are not that good, I'm not very smart, just leave it like that. But other than that, this character, sir, the whole episode is she's not allowed to play the game because technically he's a he, not a she. Even that she basically present herself as a she and do the change to the she, to the he to a she. And this is the reason why they kind of shelved it. But whoever this person was, I'm 100% sure is one of the animators did not like this idea, flipped up Disney and put this on YouTube. I have to admit, you have to have balls to do it because you can easily get fired or banned in an animated community because you against the company. Yeah, it's sort of ballsy, but you have to respect it. And the episode is just very well done. In fact, there's a lot of people who do coverage of this. I'm just sort of repeating and torching the we just re-recording some of the stuff people have said. And you know what? The episode is not that bad. It's actually pretty good, very creative. But at the same time, it's kind of pointless what you do that because Devil Dinosaur and Moon Girl is technically kind of canceled after 2 seasons. They're just airing the last contract they must do, show every single episode of the final season because it's technically kind of canceled. But who knows, that could be removed because of this sort of incident. This could inspire a lot of people to try Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. So do not look at this as a bad thing. Look at it as a good thing because it will force people to recognize this is a thing on Disney. What is it? And their curiosity will force them to watch it. So this is very good promotion. Even that you had to sacrifice a very positive message for the episode, you can flip this as a good thing. Even that, the episode technically is not lost. They leaked it out. You're 100% sure they spread it around all around the internet, and a lot of people have it saved some way, somehow in their own storage memory banks of their own computer. So this is not entirely bad. This is still kind of good. Even that you have to sacrifice one thing, and hopefully they reverse that after the season is ending, and then they re-release it on their own channel on Disney Plus or Disney Channel. But who knows? This kind of thing you can't really predict. This is still technically lost media in a way, but it's sort of weird. But yet, yeah, you understand what the sort of decisions, but we don't know is what the decision was the higher ups, the animators, who's in charge, or what. But yet, I have to respect the person who has balls and steel to leak this themselves. I have to salute you, madam or sir, or whatever you're supposed to call yourself. You are just mad. 100% respect. But other than that, now let's talk about the next cartoon news of the day. Now, the last news of the day, and probably the one you heard the most online, especially in the cartoon community, is that there will be another Lost Media situation. This from Lost Media, actually showing it once again the second time they're promoting something brand new. Basically, breaking news: cartoon short program no longer be released at all. All the projects they have done and finished, they cannot even sell it to other networks because Warner Brothers basically warned them, do not do that because we will sue you. We own the rights. And this is the bummer, because all of them, like half of the shorts basically are done. They're completely finished. In fact, some of them has been announced being finished. I have covered them a couple, I think, months ago. That I do cover one called Ice Cream for Ice Cream, I think that's called. And not just that, other ones, even in that, there was sort of a leaked promotion promoting cartoon, showing you the potential of each short in that trailer because they have a sort of very artistic vibe that I highly recommend watch that leak promotion. You can tell each single short has potential to make its own animated series. This is the time that can reborn Cartoon Network, like the Phoenix, with his own ashes becoming great once again. Just watch the trailer. You can find it on YouTube. Just put Lost Media of Cartoon or the pilot of Cartoon Shorts. You find the trailer automatically. It is very well made. It shows you each single short done, just a small clip of it, but each single has so much creativity, so much potential. I feel so disappointed the reason why Cartoon Network said no. I mean, not no, it's higher than Cartoon Network. It's the studio itself, Warner Brothers, did not want to show this. Even that, they do not have a reason why. They did not give out a statement asking, at least not right now. During this time, I'm recording this on the 11th, the 2022, 2024. And be honestly, for right now, they're not said nothing. They actually stay quiet. And that pissed off so many animators, especially the people who actually worked some of the episodes, because some of the episodes quite literally they were done. They're just waiting for the go to put on their network in cartoon. And the only problem is they cannot sell it either. They don't know what to do. They spent at least good 3 to 5 years doing a pilot, and they just said no. And that's pissed off so many people. Even I'm so pissed off when they made this weird decision. Like, I don't know if they do a text write up or what. It's just sort of frustrating because when you see the leaked trailer, what this could be, it just pisses you off because they trying to make new cartoons, new ideas, and they say no, we don't want it. Like, do you want Cartoon Network to be better, to be more proof, to be back on top? This is the way. You can tell this has so much potential, and yet no. And yet they do not give you a response. That just pisses you off. I don't know, they're delaying it, but it's literally official. It is canceled. There's no way to change it. Only if all the editors got mad and all the episodes were leaked on YouTube. There's a small chance, probably, but we don't know if they still have it on their hard drive in their own home. So yeah, I can see why they cannot sell this or show this on YouTube. But 100% we probably will. Just give it a small time. 100% sure they probably be a leak. Hopefully, at least to show the world the hard work of each single animator, what they did in the shorts. But other than that, that's all I can say. That's the final news of this statement. Hopefully, things can change. We just don't know. Tell me down below what you think about this. And honestly, I got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.